Yo, what up, YouTube? It's Rod, and let me holler at you real quick. Good or bad, for better or worse, take anything that happens in your life as a lesson. Don't fall into despair. Don't let the sadness overtake you. Don't let the pain consume you. Whatever happens, take it as a lesson, learn from it, and keep going. You don't have time to sit there and feel sorry for yourself. You don't have time to go back over everything that happened and be like, man, I could have did this, I could have did that. Well, you didn't. You didn't, and that's okay. Sometimes, wrong place, wrong time, things happen. But the best thing to do for your mental, for your psyche, is to take it at, okay, now I know what to do moving forward. Now I know what not to do moving forward. This whole thing of, man, if I would have not listened to so-and-so, if I wouldn't have let them do this, it happened. The best thing you can say is, it happened, and what am I going to do? What am I going to do moving forward, going forward to avoid this situation happening again? But you going through a play-by-play, going through the highlight reel, thinking, man, I could have went here, I could have went there, this, that, and the third. What is that doing? It still happened. Everything's a lesson. Anything, take it internally and be like, okay, I learned something. You can learn something from anything. But feeling sorry for yourself and being like, I could have did this, I could have did that, where is that getting you? Now, you could take the situation and be like, well, I did mess up here. Even if someone did something wrong to you, you can avoid that very thing happening to you. Therefore, you're going to meet people moving forward that are going to try to do the same thing again. If you encounter someone that does something wrong to you, that won't be the last time that someone tries to do something wrong to you. So you need to be prepared. So maybe that situation needed to happen in order for you to learn that when I'm on my journey, when I'm on the journey to success, when I'm moving forward and going through these challenges, going through these trials, there will be people that will try to detour me from my destiny. There will be people that try to knock me off and keep me off balance and make me lose my footing. So understand that you need to be prepared for that. So in order to that, you need to challenge yourself. You need to be challenged. You need to go against these obstacles in order for you to be prepared and be stronger. So don't feel bad that you fell for it. You wouldn't know what not to fall for. How are you going to beat yourself up for falling for something if you didn't know what not to fall for? That's the whole point of you going through your journey. That's the whole point of you doing what you're doing. You have to get stronger. You have to face challenges. You have to face obstacles. That's the name of the game. If you don't want to face obstacles or you're afraid of obstacles, then you will remain the same. But then here comes another problem. Now you're in a position where you are upset where you're staying the same, but then you're afraid to make a move. You can't be mad that you're not getting stronger and you're staying the same, but on the same token, on the same platform, you're even scared to make a move. Now you're just stuck on a standstill. Now what do you do? So what we need to do is take everything as a lesson. Sometimes you gotta be like, that's my fault, I shouldn't have fell for it. Even though that's harsh, sometimes it's like that. Someone's like, man, you know what? You did what you did, but hey, I let you do it. That's how it is sometimes. That don't make them less wrong though. We not letting them off the hook. We're not saying, oh, we're not victim blaming and we're not letting anyone off the hook. We're saying, you know what? I saw the signs, I ignored it, and I fell, I skinned my knee. I should have known better. That's all you can do. But you going, man, this always happens to me and this and that. That's not going to do anything, my friend. That's not going to help you move up, my friend. Playing the blame game and shifting blame on others isn't going to help you, my friend. They're bad people. Bad people do what? Bad things. So you have to look at them as such. They're bad people and they do bad things. You know, there's predators and there's prey. There's hunters and there's the hunted. So understand that you don't want to be the prey, you don't want to be the hunted. And that's where it goes down to you getting stronger. That what goes down to you getting better. That what goes down is you knowing the signs and having sense on what avenues and which ways you move forward in, which shoulders you choose to rub with and not rub with. That's what we're doing, and that's how we're going to continue to get better. But remember, everything's a lesson. Even if someone did something wrong to you, even if someone intentionally tried to hurt you, you could take it a lesson that, hey, I shouldn't have let him in. I opened the door and I let him in. I opened the door and I let him in. I could have said, no, thank you. You know, someone calls you, you don't got to pick up the phone. You can say wrong number and keep going. Just keep going about your day. So remember, everything's a lesson. and everything can be taken in and be analyzed and look at what can we do moving forward. You don't want to be naive. If you don't challenge yourself, if you don't move through these obstacles, you won't know what to avoid, and you'll be naive, and you'll be easily fooled, and it'll actually be even worse for you. Because even if you don't know what to do, you know what not to do. So you need to put yourself in a position where you're like, okay, this happened. I know who you are. And if someone like you in my life comes again, hey, fool me once, hey, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. It's cliche, it's an old saying, but it stands the test of time and it stands true. And that's what we need to be doing, But you fixating all this anger on this person for what they did, they out there doing it to another person and they're not thinking about you. The people that they hurt are interchangeable to them because they're bad people. Like we've said before, their spirits are full of slush. Their spirits are full of filth. They don't know you from Joe, Jack, Bill, and Joe Schmo. They don't know you from any of those people. You just you a John Doe to them. So only you feeling that anger, only you feeling that sadness, only you feeling that pain, only you feeling that trauma. You're allowing them to live rent free in your life. You're allowing them to free up space in your head. You're allowing them to still have power and control of you. You've given their autonomy to them, and you're giving your autonomy to them, and they're not even around anymore. You might not even see them in years, and they still have power over you. Why? You're letting them dictate your every move, and they're not even in your life anymore. Why? You're letting them make you make missteps and make you judge every step that you take, and you're looking over your shoulder like they're still there. Why? Understand that. So understand everything's a lesson. Anything can be a lesson. The mistakes that you made and the wrongdoings that have been done onto you. Some things, you ride a bike, you fall. You get back up, you get back on the bike, and you keep going. You trying to do tricks on the skateboard, you might fall, you might sprain your ankle, you might skin your knee, but you keep going. You might create something and it's not well flushed yet. It's not perfect yet. It still has, you still got to work throughout the nooks and crannies, but you're getting better. You might be an amateur, but when you keep going, you will be the best. You can go from being a novice to being a pro, but you won't if you give up. You won't if you give in. You won't if you stay down and don't get back up. You won't if you let other people dictate your life. You won't if you fall to your knees and you stay there. You won't if you let everyone's opinions affect you and you take them internally and you let them keep you down. You won't if you keep your head down and don't stand up for yourself and take charge of your life. You won't if you don't continue to defy the odds and go against the grain and defeat the naysayers. You won't if you let people look down on you and you don't speak up for yourself. You won't if you give up. You won't if you don't try. You won't if you fall in that pit and you stay in the pit. Understand that, internalize that, and stay in tune with you. Remember, you go to bed with you and you wake up with you. So the only thing that matters is you and the tribe that you keep. The only thing that matters is you and the company you decide to keep if you have your company. If you're alone, stand alone. Me, myself, and I stand alone, and that's fine. But everything's a lesson, Every choice leads to a certain pattern. Every choice leads to something different, You can't control bad people, but you can control making bad choices. You can't control bad people, but you can control if you make bad choices. But hey, it's Rye. Like, comment, subscribe, and like it if you're new. Thank you for being here. We're here every day. And you got this, homie. It's already yours.